Hello, friends. On August 5th, a Ukrainian attack drone paid an inspection visit to a Russian Yak-40 passenger plane parked on the runway of Belgorod International Airport, located 40 kilometers from the border with Ukraine. The three-engine plane had been sitting on an open platform between hangars and runways for years, as if inviting a dose of long-range sanctions. And finally, that's what happened since the Ukrainian drone, which was on a long-range harassment mission, was running out of battery, so the operator decided to finish off the old jet. Although the aircraft did not seem to be active, its presence at Belgorod Airport was striking, since a force of Russian Mi-8, Mi-28, and K-52 helicopters operates from there, so it was only a matter of time before the old jet ended up destroyed. On the Amman front, operators of the 63rd Mechanized Brigade located and destroyed a multiple rocket launch system, a BM-21 Grad belonging to the invaders and fully loaded, which was hidden in a wooded area. The impact was so precise that it ignited the entire rocket payload of the vehicle, producing a spectacular secondary explosion that engulfed the area in flames, and a thick cloud of smoke that, I'm sure, made some of you nostalgic for the space launches we used to see from Ivan's tanks. The 412th Independent Brigade of Unmanned Systems, Nemesis, reported on August 5th that its operators destroyed or damaged nearly 500 vehicles and approximately 400 motorcycles and buggies belonging to the invaders during the month of July 2026. The attacks targeted supply routes supporting Russian forces on the southern front and in Crimea, using a combination of short-range drones near the front and medium-range attack systems. In particular, the Morrigan drone, manufactured in Ukraine, which is capable of operating at distances of up to 200 kilometers from the launch point. According to the brigade, their FPV drones were used to attack trucks, cars, and light vehicles near the contact line, while the Morrigan and Hornet-type drones focused on systematically pursuing convoys, trucks, tankers, and other transport vehicles on the rear roads. Many of the deeper strikes reached the critical corridor, which is the R-280 Novorossiysk highway running from Mariupol through Melitopol towards Crimea. The unit indicated that they are trying to impose a logistical blockade to wear down the invaders' ability to supply their units that are still trying to attack on the Zaporizhzhia front. The Morrigan is a fixed-wing attack drone developed in close collaboration between Ukrainian engineers and operators of the Nemesis Brigade, and it drew public attention at the end of May 2026. Specifically designed for operations behind enemy lines, it has been used against logistical and high-value targets such as air defense systems. The 412th Nemesis Brigade has specialized in air defense suppression, deep logistical interdiction, and operations with unmanned vehicles at multiple levels. Their July figures are not a surprise given that it is one of the elite units of Ukraine's unmanned systems forces. So if I can play the fortune teller, I estimate that August is going to be very tough for the invaders moving through the sector. On the technological front, the 302nd Anti-Aircraft Missile Brigade released a video on August 3rd of the Estash short-range air defense system intercepting Russian Shahed-type attack drones. The Estash system was developed by the American defense company V2X and combines AGM-114L Hellfire missiles, originally designed as air-to-ground anti-tank weapons for platforms like the AH-64 Apache. These missiles track and attack their target autonomously after launch without requiring continuous guidance from the operator. The effective range is estimated to be 8 to 11 kilometers, with the missile reaching a maximum speed of Mach 1.3. First publicly observed in a trailer-mounted version in May of this year, the Estash has since appeared on high-mobility platforms, including Ford F-350 pickup trucks and Dutch DAF military transport trucks. Several Ukrainian units, including the 208th, 302nd, and 540th Anti-Aircraft Missile Brigades, currently operate it, Variants of the system, which are mainly used to shoot down Shahed jet-powered drones, which are faster and reduce the reaction time of traditional defenses and Ukrainian interceptor drones. The modularity of the Estash allows it to be quickly mounted on commercial or military vehicles, enabling crews to change positions to protect multiple areas of interest, such as energy facilities and logistics centers. Hellfire missiles have a higher unit price than the Shahed drones they are shooting down, but at least it allows the use of the large available stock of these missiles, which have proven to be very reliable even in adverse weather conditions and allow for dealing with the high-speed drone waves of the invaders, while a more cost-efficient solution is being developed. On the international front, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine reported that a specialized North Korean ballistic missile unit, composed of approximately 90 personnel, has begun its deployment in Western Russia, and it is expected to operate up to 120 ballistic missiles and 6 launchers to carry out attacks against Ukraine. Andriy Cherniak, from the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine, told Reuters that the unit will be based in the Voronezh region, integrated into the 112th Missile Brigade of the invaders. Pyongyang has already delivered a new batch of 40 KN-23 and KN-24 short-range ballistic missiles, which carry heavier warheads and have a longer range than the Russian Iskander missiles, although they are less accurate. The first confirmed use of North Korean ballistic missiles against Ukraine was in August 2025, while a few days ago, an attack with these systems on the village of Radushne near Kryvyi Rih caused the death of several members of the same family. Between the end of 2023 and August 2025, North Korea supplied Russia with approximately 150 KN-23 and KN-24 missiles, as well as millions of artillery shells and thousands of soldiers who had recently been operating in Russia's Kursk region. But that's not the only thing the Korean dictator is sending to his Kremlin counterpart, because this video, published on August 6, shows us the presence of North Korean soldiers inside a simulated stronghold at a Russian training center. In the footage, you can see that they are wearing Russian-style uniforms, helmets, and rubber boots, so it is assumed that these contingents will be integrated as reinforcements into invading units already fighting at the front, rather than operating as independent units. President Zelensky warned that Russia is preparing facilities in Voronezh to receive up to 30,000 additional North Korean soldiers, indicating a possible significant expansion beyond the 9,500 North Korean soldiers who remain in the Russian region of Kursk, who are currently not participating in direct combat operations. The successful integration of North Korean forces and systems into the front line risks accelerating the transfer of combat lessons and dual-use technologies to the Korean Peninsula, which could alter the security situation in Northeast Asia. To conclude, the heat on the front lines in recent days has been extreme, something that the soldiers of the Ruby's Brigade showed in this video, where you can see that one of their soldiers is definitely not enjoying the summer warmth. The one who doesn't seem to have any complaints is a trench cat, who doesn't seem to care even when he's on fire. Stay strong, heroes. If you want to see additional content about the war in Ukraine, I invite you to visit our 2 new channels, where we present information about the war in a different format. Don't forget to check them out. Remember to visit our Patreon, where for just $1, you'll have access to a large number of uncensored videos and documentaries. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel.